So yeah, I would say that Chile. It depends on which sector you're talking about. If it's everything related to agriculture, cherries and stuff like that, they go into China, and then we supply the U.S.
So what kind of agriculture is like really big in Chile? Like oranges or pineapples, or like what's the big crop
We
there?
do, as for fruits, I would say apples, cherries, lots of avocado. You have also apricots and how do you call this word? It's called I forgot the name, but we have a variety. The only difference is that pineapple, mango, and that kind of fruits, it's like more in the Caribbean sector,
Okay.
more warmer sectors. We're more like I don't know, cherries, strawberries, boysenberries, and stuff like that. And how do you call the blueberries?
Blueberries, yeah. So how do you see AI impacting e-commerce?
It's gonna be the new thing, I would say. If I had a bet, I was listening to somebody that was saying something about where do you invest now? You gotta invest in companies that are AI first and AI driven. Not in a sense that they only do AI. That's not going to work. But how they bring AI into the company. I would say that at least for e-commerce, it can make your life easier. And one of the things that happened now so far is that before all this boom of AI, you as a customer, you were expecting companies to talk to you as, hello Jason, how are you? And a couple of years ago, it was kind of tough to do exactly that because we didn't have all the tools in order to know who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and how to approach to you. That myth has been broken, and with AI you can personalize things. You can personalize an offer, you can personalize the way you handle a customer. So now the perception of the public and the customers have changed, and they expect that. So how do I see AI in e-commerce? Personalization, shorten the road into learning things and taking more better decisions in the way you operate a business.
So what's your advice to someone, especially like a young woman who wants to get a business or be an entrepreneur?
Go for it. Try it. What's the worst that can happen? You fail. Okay, you fail. But you learn.
And then what is a merge lab?
Mm-hmm.
A merge lab?
Mm-hmm. In the pandemic, I think it was 1 million jobs were lost for women in Chile because of the pandemic. So the breach, the breach, you say the difference in between the access that women had for business and equality suffer a lot. And Emerge, it's one of the initiatives I participate, and we were pushing, and we built a company builder with a lot of other women in business in order to create new jobs and new offers for women. And it's an initiative. I'm an ambassador and an investor in that, and we provide training and new businesses for small companies that are led by women.
So what's one thing about Chilean culture which you wish the rest of the world knew about?
Sorry.
What's one thing about Chilean culture that you wish everyone in the world knew about?
We're nice people, and we love doing nice things, and we are not undeveloped country. I would think that.
That is one negative about Americans. A lot of Americans think every other country is underdeveloped, but it's not. It's so far from the truth.
So far. And I've been sitting in some talks where I'm like, you think I'm developed? Hey. I've learned, I think that we both have myths that we have to break.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that US companies, at least companies, were more evolved than what they are. No, I think that, but it's a numbers thing. Because you got to see the news, you got to see all that's happening in the startup e-commerce and all that world, and you see a lot of US companies, European companies that are having such a success, so many unicorns, so much stuff, then you assume that all the companies are like that. But as well as you look at Chile and you see, yeah, there's a lot. 17 million people to 1 million companies. 300 million people to 20 million company, more or less, I think. I don't know the official number. But of course, there is a very big gap in between the successful companies and the others. So what I've learned is that there's a lot of opportunities that they just don't know how to work them out. And so I had to break the myth, and I thought that everything in here was already solved, already have a solution, that there was no opportunity. I'm so happy to say I was wrong. That gives me a reason to be here as a businesswoman, and that's a big myth. And I've learned so far that even there's a political chaos now. Business is business.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a business one way or another. So they're gonna. I was talking to this guy from an association here, and he was like, because of all the things related to tariff, he was like, business is business. Companies are gonna find a way how to sort the market, how to source it better, how to do it. And I would say that that's one big myth I broke. And in order to say about Chile, we're amazing. Come learn with us. Come enjoy our culture. We are very much more like the US than you think. The only difference is that we enjoy being around people who hug each other. We are passionate about life. We love laughing, and I think that's one of the big difference I would say between Chile and the US. Here you're more cold.
Yeah, like, definitely more distant. Yeah.
Hello, how are you? When we meet somebody, we kiss. Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
If you don't know them, then you extend the hand. But it's quite. I love it here, being here, because I'm a woman and I don't want to kiss everybody. But back home, I'm like, yeah, nice to meet you. So here I put my hand. But once you know it, you hug it. You enjoy people. And here it's like my space, my time. In here you take space, give him some space, and I'm like, space your ass. Come on, talk to me. What's the problem? Tell me your issue. Like, let's solve it. Give him space. I'm like, what space? Space for what? Tell me what's wrong so we can solve it.
You have a favorite place in Chile?
I have a favorite. I love. I love one of my seasons. One of my sister lives in Pucón, the south. I love the south of Chile, the Lake District. I love nature. I enjoy nature so much.
Suppose you had a friend in the States and they said, hey, Kika, I want to come visit Chile for 2 weeks. Be my tour guide. What would you like have them do or see?
Go and see the wine country. It's amazing. We have such an amazing wine. I'm a wine fan. I always wonder if I would work in wine, but they never accepted me, so I did. I would bring them to wine country. Colchagua, it's amazing. We have a lot of wineries and wine stores. It's very beautiful. The beach. One of the good things about being at such a thin country is that once you're in Santiago, you're an hour and a half from the beach. You're an hour from the mountain. You can go skiing. You can go to the beach, and you are 2.5 hours away for wine country. And so if you are only going to have 2 weeks, you would want them to spend them in Santiago. Or if you have 3 weeks, you can go up north and see the desert, which is so dry. It has amazing views, but it's so dry. You can go to the south, to Patagonia, see the glaciers, the lakes. You have everything. It's very difficult to choose. It's so much to see.
Are there any like local startups or founders in Chile that us in America should be known about?
Yeah, of course. There's these. There's tons of entrepreneurs now building amazing things. There's this one called Polyglotas, which is a school for learning languages. They evolved a lot, which is amazing. There are these guys doing. They're analyzing and doing testing in order to find out some illness ahead of time without being taking into the hospital, just testing like rural zones and seeing if you can detect like early stage cancer and stuff like that. There's a lot of biotech going around there. Um, let me see. There's this amazing woman entrepreneur circle back home. Technology, biotech, industry, medical services, business, a lot of women-owned businesses. There's a lot. Yeah, I cannot choose because there's a lot of things happening now.
How is like the VC angel investment community down there? Are startups there able to get the money they need in Chile, or they have to go abroad to raise the money?
It depends the ticket you need if you have to go abroad. Because I would say it's been evolving. If we were talking 10 years ago, there's a lot of government funding for early stage, but it was a disconnection between early stage and next phase, which in the last 10 years has been like shortened a lot. There's this company, it's called Brota, which is a crowdfunding company which funds lots of startups, which is an amazing company that's brought a lot of new entrepreneurs into the business. And I would say now, this is a year a lot of VCs has come into, a lot of family offices have also been participating of the entrepreneurial scenery.
So let's suppose a company in the U.S., they want to do business in Chile, but they've never been there before. What advice do you have to this company to do business in Chile?
You gotta really spend time. I would go a month in advance to know the culture, know the people, and after that I would think about coming into Chile, because it's not a copy paste. We are very culturally challenging, meaning it has to be a very well finished product or service. It has to be Spanish native, cause there's not too many people that speak English. You can have an English version, but you have to have a Spanish version, even in a pipeline at least. It's also very, I would say that one thing that is different is that you want to make business connections, and networking is very important, especially if you're starting, because I only trust you if I know you. If I don't know you, I won't trust you.